Hi, everyone, and welcome to Your Next English. Today, we're going to learn English through a simple story about a busy morning. You'll learn useful everyday English about daily routines, time, and common morning activities. Listen carefully, follow the story, and notice how we use the present simple in everyday English. Are you ready? Let's begin.
My name is Daniel, and this is my morning. Usually my morning is simple. I wake up, I take a shower, I get dressed, I have breakfast, then I go to work. It is a normal morning, but today is different. Today I have a very important meeting at work, and today my morning is very busy. My alarm rings at 6:30 in the morning. I open my eyes. I look at my phone. 6:30. I'm still tired. I close my eyes for a moment. I think I have time. I usually get up at 7, so I have 30 more minutes. I put my phone next to my pillow, then I close my eyes again. Just a few more minutes. My room is quiet. The curtains are closed. The sun is outside, but I am still in bed. I feel warm and comfortable. I don't want to get up. Then I open my eyes. I look at my phone again. 7:15. 7:15. Oh no. I sit up quickly. I look at the clock again. 7:15. I am late. I get out of bed very quickly. Usually I make my bed in the morning. Today I don't. Usually I open the curtains. Today I don't. Usually I take my time. Today I can't. I walk quickly to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. Then I take a shower. I need to be quick, very quick. I don't have much time. I take a fast shower. I wash my hair. I wash my face. Then I get out. I look at the clock. 7:25. I have 1 hour before my meeting. 1 hour. Okay, I can do this. I go to my bedroom. I open my closet. I look at my clothes. What do I wear? I look at a white shirt. Then I look at a blue shirt. I like the blue shirt. I take it. I put on my shirt. Then I put on my black pants. I put on my socks. Then I put on my shoes. I look in the mirror. Okay, I look fine. I take my jacket. Then I look at the clock. 7:35. I have 55 minutes. That is enough time, I think. Now I need breakfast. I walk into the kitchen. I open the refrigerator. I see eggs. I see milk. I see cheese. I see fruit. Usually I make eggs for breakfast, but today I don't have time. I take a banana, then I take some bread. I put the bread in the toaster. While I wait, I pour some milk into a glass. Then I make coffee. Coffee is very important to me, very important. I take one sip. Much better. I eat my banana. Then I wait for my toast. Pop! The toast is ready. I take it out. I put some cheese on it. Then I eat. I eat quickly, very quickly. I look at the clock. 7:45. Oh no, I still need to check my bag. I take my last bite. I drink my coffee. Then I put the cup in the sink. I take my bag. I open it. My laptop? Yes. My notebook? Yes. My pen? Yes. My wallet? Yes. My phone? Yes. My keys? My keys? Where are my keys? I look at the table. No keys. I look at the chair. No keys. I look near the door. No keys. Where are my keys? I start to feel nervous. Then I stop.
I think, where are my keys? I look around the kitchen. Then I see something. My coffee machine. and next to the coffee machine, my keys. Yes! I take my keys, I smile. Here they are. I put them in my bag. Now I have everything. My phone, my wallet, my keys, my laptop, my notebook, my pen. Everything is ready. I put on my jacket, I take my bag, I walk to the door. Then I stop. Wait. My umbrella. I need my umbrella. I look outside. It is raining. The sky is grey. Rain falls on the street. I need my umbrella. I go back to the kitchen. I take my umbrella. Then I go to the door again. Now I am ready. I open the door. I leave my apartment. I live on the 3rd floor. Usually I take the elevator, but today I don't want to wait, so I take the stairs. I walk down 1 floor, 2 floors, 3 floors. I reach the 1st floor. I open the front door. I go outside. The rain is not very heavy. I open my umbrella. Then I start walking. The bus stop is about 5 minutes from my apartment. I walk quickly. I look at my watch. 8 o'clock. Worried. My meeting starts at 8:30. I need to be at work before 8:30. I walk faster. I arrive at the bus stop. There are many people there. Some people are going to work. Some people are going to school. Everyone looks busy. I stand and wait. I look down the street. No bus. I wait. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Still no bus. I look at my watch. 8:05. Worried. Where is the bus? I look again. No bus. I take a deep breath. I try to stay calm. Then I see it. The bus. Finally. The bus comes to the bus stop. The doors open. I get on. There are many people on the bus. I stand near the door. I hold the rail. The bus starts moving. I look at my phone. 8:10. I have 20 minutes. The trip to my office usually takes about 20 minutes, so I think I am okay. But then the bus stops. There are many cars on the road. Traffic is heavy. The bus moves slowly, very slowly. Come on, come on. The bus moves again. Then it stops again. I look at my phone. 8:15. I have 15 minutes. I look out the window. Cars are everywhere. The rain is getting heavier. I start thinking about my meeting. The meeting is important. I need my presentation. I open my bag. My laptop is there. My notebook is there. My pen is there. But where is my presentation? I open my laptop. I check the file. Nothing. I check again. Nothing. Oh no. I feel nervous. I need my presentation. I check my phone. Maybe I have it on my phone. I open my phone. I check my files. I look again. Then, I find it. My presentation is on my phone. Thank goodness. I take a deep breath. Everything is okay. I have my presentation. I have my laptop. I have everything I need. I look out the road again. The bus is moving. 8:20. I can see my office building. Yes, we're almost there. I press the button. The bus stops. I get off. I close my umbrella. Then I walk quickly to my office. It is still raining. My shoes are a little wet. My jacket is a little wet. But I don't care. I am almost there. I look at my watch. 8:25. 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes before the meeting. I walk into the building. I go to the elevator. The elevator doors open. I get in. 3rd floor. I press the button. The elevator goes up. I look at the clock. 8:27.
2 minutes. The elevator stops. The doors open. I walk quickly to the meeting room. Then I see my coworker, Mike. He smiles. Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Mike. Are you ready for the meeting? I smile. Almost. Mike looks at me. You look tired. I am tired. What happens? I have a very busy morning. Mike laughs. Well, you are here. Yes. And you are on time? I look at the clock. 8:29. Yes, just in time. We walk into the meeting room. There are several people in the room. Everyone is ready. I put my bag on the table. I take out my laptop. I sit down. I take a deep breath. 8:30. The meeting starts. I open my laptop. I open my presentation. Everything is ready. I look around the room. I am tired. I'm a little nervous, but I am ready. I start the meeting. The meeting is 1 hour long. I talk about my work. I show my presentation. People ask questions. I answer the questions. The meeting goes well. At 9:30, the meeting ends. I close my laptop. I take a deep breath. It is over. Mike walks over to me. How was it? It is good. Good. Yes, everything goes well. Mike smiles. You need coffee. Yes, I definitely need coffee. We walk to the coffee machine. I make another cup of coffee. I take one sip. I smile. Much better. Mike looks at me. So, how was your morning? I laugh. My morning is very busy. What happens? I tell him. I wake up late. I take a quick shower. I look for my keys. I wait for the bus. I sit in traffic. And I almost forget my presentation. Mike laughs. That is a busy morning. Yes, it is a very busy morning. Now I sit at my desk. I look outside. The rain is still falling. My coffee is next to my laptop. My bag is under my desk. Everything is quiet now. I think about my morning. Usually my morning is simple. I wake up. I take a shower. I get dressed. I have breakfast. I take the bus. I go to work. But today is different. Today I wake up late. Today I look for my keys. Today I wait for the bus. Today I sit in traffic. Today I almost forget my presentation. And today I arrive at work just in time. It is a busy morning, but everything is okay. I have my coffee. I have my work. I am at my desk. And my important meeting is over. I look at the clock. 9:45. The day is still young. I have many things to do, but I feel good. I take another sip of coffee. I smile. Sometimes mornings are easy. Sometimes mornings are busy. Sometimes things do not go according to plan, but you keep going, you stay calm, and you do your best. Today I did my best, and now I am ready for the rest of the day. This is my busy morning, and it is going to be a good day.